The bus should not have been there. It was past midnight, and the old abandoned school stood at the end of the road like a dead thing. No lights. No sound. Just broken windows and tall grass. But the yellow school bus slowly rolled up to the front gate all by itself. Ethan, Lily, and Noah were trapped inside. There was no driver. The steering wheel moved on its own. The door hissed shut and would not open. Headlights sliced through the dark, shining on the broken school sign. The letters were cracked and faded, but they could still read it. Willow Creek Elementary, closed after the incident. The bus engine growled low, almost like a voice. The kids could see something in the long mirror above the front window. A shape. A shadow. Sitting in the driver's seat that looked empty when they turned their heads. The bus stopped in front of the doors of the abandoned school. The doors of the school slowly swung open by themselves. Seats creaked behind them. It sounded like someone sitting down. More than one. But when Ethan turned around, the seats were still empty. Then he saw it. A small wet handprint appeared on the foggy bus window. Then another. Then another. Tiny handprints, sliding down the glass from the inside, even though they were the only ones there. The bus engine went quiet. The lights flickered off. The only sound was the front door of the school, opening wider. The bus doors hissed. Slowly, they began to open. And something started to step on. Earlier that day. "Your town is weird," Ethan said. He was the new kid, only 3 days at his new middle school. He sat at lunch with Lily and Noah, his only 2 friends so far. "You haven't even heard the weirdest part yet," Noah said, grinning. "Tell him, Lily." Lily leaned closer and dropped her voice. "Okay. You see that old bus yard by the woods? The one with all the rusty school buses?" Ethan nodded. He had seen it on the way to school. "One of those buses is haunted," Lily said. "It used to drive kids to Willow Creek Elementary before it closed. They say there was a bad accident. The bus crashed. Only some of the kids came back. The driver never did. And now," Noah added, eyes wide, "that bus keeps returning to the abandoned school at night. No driver. No people. It just shows up. Over and over." Ethan tried to laugh. "Come on. Someone's driving it. Probably a janitor or something." "If it's just a janitor," Lily said, "then why did my cousin see it parked at the old school at 2 a.m. with the lights on, and no one inside?" Noah slammed his milk carton down. "We should go see it tonight." Ethan frowned. "You mean, go to the bus yard?" "No," Noah said. "We wait by the corner where the bus passes. If it's real, it will come. We get on. We see what happens." "That's crazy," Ethan said. But his heart beat a little faster. A haunted bus. A closed-down school? It sounded like one of those scary videos he watched online. Lily was quiet for a moment. "I want to know if it's true," she whispered. "My cousin still has nightmares about that bus. I'm tired of being scared of a story." Ethan looked at both of them. He didn't want to seem like the scared new kid. "Okay," he said at last. "Tonight." That evening, the 3 of them met at the street corner near the woods. The sky was dark, and the air felt colder than it should. A thin fog crawled along the road. Noah checked his phone. "It's almost midnight," he said. "It's supposed to come around now." They waited. At first, nothing happened. Just crickets and the faraway sound of a dog barking. Ethan started to feel silly. Then he heard it. A low rumble. Headlights appeared in the fog. A yellow school bus rolled toward them, slow and steady. The bus number was scratched and faded, but they could still read the route sign in front. Willow Creek Elementary. The bus stopped right in front of them with a soft hiss. The doors opened on their own. No driver. No one inside. Just empty seats and dark windows. Noah gulped. "We going or not?" Lily stepped on first. Ethan followed, his legs shaking. Noah came last. As soon as they were inside, the doors slammed shut behind them with a loud, final clank. The bus engine roared to life. The steering wheel turned by itself. The bus pulled away from the corner, speeding into the night. Ethan looked out the window and realized something. They were not going toward their homes. They were turning down the old road, the one that led to the abandoned school. The bus did not slow down. It rumbled over the cracked road, shaking so hard that the kids had to grip the seats. Outside, the old trees leaned over the road like tall, dark giants. Their branches scraped the sides of the bus, making sharp, scratching noises. Ethan tried the door again. He pushed, pulled, kicked, but it wouldn't move. It felt locked from the outside, almost welded shut. Lily wiped the fog on the window and looked out. "We're getting closer," she whispered. The abandoned school stood at the end of the road like a giant shadow. The bus suddenly jerked left, swerving onto the gravel path that led behind the school. Noah stumbled and grabbed a seat. "Why is it going back here?" Ethan's voice shook. "Maybe it's taking us where the accident happened." Lily turned to him. "Ethan, don't say stuff like that." But none of them could ignore the cold that filled the bus. It felt colder than outside, like the air was being drained away. The windows fogged again, thicker this time. And then, something strange happened. A little bell dinged. The same kind of bell that rings when someone pulls the stop request cord on a school bus. Except none of them touched it. The bus slowed down. Not all the way, just enough to creep forward. A faint shift sounded behind them, like someone walking down the aisle. The seats creaked one by one. Noah turned around fast. "Who's back there?" Nobody answered. No one was there. But one seat, the third one from the back, was now pressed inward, as if someone invisible had just sat down. Lily covered her mouth. "It's like the seats are filling up." Another bell dinged. Another seat slowly sank. Then another, and another. Ethan felt his chest tighten. Whatever was getting on the bus didn't want to be seen. "Nope. Nope. Nope." Noah shook his head. "We are not staying on this thing." He ran to the emergency exit at the back and tried to open it. But the handle wouldn't turn. He pushed with all his strength, but the window only rattled weakly. Lily backed up toward them, clutching her backpack. "Do you guys hear that?" They went silent. Yes. They heard it. A soft, whispery sound. Like children, whispering to each other. Not loud. Not clear. Almost like it came from underwater. Ethan swallowed hard. "It sounds like kids talking. But ghost kids don't whisper." Noah whispered back. "Do they?" The bus suddenly made a sharp right turn. The kids fell against the seats, and Ethan hit his elbow. Outside, the school's broken playground appeared, the swings moving even though there was no wind. The bus finally came to a stop behind the school, near a part of the building that looked burned. The windows were black and melted around the edges. Ethan stared. "What happened here?" "My cousin said this was where the fire started," Lily whispered. "But they never said how." The bus engine went quiet again. The whispering stopped. All the seats behind them slowly pressed back into their original shapes, as if all the invisible passengers had stood up at the same time. Then, tap. A tiny sound hit the bus door. Tap. Tap. Something was outside. Something small. And it was trying to get in. The door slowly began to open, by itself. A burned, dusty child's shoe stepped onto the first bus step. Ethan grabbed Lily and Noah, pulling them backward. Through the darkness, a small shadow lifted its head and climbed onto the bus. The shadow stepped fully onto the bus, and for a moment, everything went silent. No wind, no crickets, no movement. The air felt heavy, like the whole world was holding its breath. Ethan, Lily, and Noah backed into the aisle, their hearts thumping so loud they could hear them in their ears. The small figure stood at the front of the bus, head down. Its clothes were old and dusty, as if they'd been buried under dirt for years. Its shoes didn't match. One was burned, the other covered in dried mud. Then, it lifted its face. But there was no face. Just smooth, shadowy darkness where eyes and a mouth should have been. Lily gasped and grabbed Ethan's arm. Noah whispered, What is that?" Before they could move, the bus suddenly shut its doors with a hard slam. The engine roared back to life, louder than before, as if something angry had taken control. The faceless figure turned toward the kids. Then another small shape climbed onto the bus. Then another. And another. 4 shadow children stood at the front now. All silent. All staring without eyes. Ethan felt the floor vibrate under his feet. "It's like the bus is waiting for something," he whispered. But the bus wasn't waiting. It was choosing. The headlights flickered on again, shining straight at the burned section of the school. Slowly, the bus started rolling forward, toward the building. But this time, the doors did not open. The bus moved as if it was going to drive straight into the wall. Lily shook her head fast. "No. No, no, no! It's trying to take us inside." Noah dashed to the front to pull the steering wheel. But the wheel spun on its own, locking itself tight. "It won't move!" he shouted. Ethan noticed something strange. The shadow kids weren't coming closer. They stayed near the front, blocking the driver's seat, like guards, or lost passengers waiting for something. He called out, desperate and shaky, What do you want? Why are you doing this?" The bus answered, not with words, but with something worse. The windows fogged completely, then cleared just enough to reveal writing forming on the glass. Letters appeared slowly, as if drawn by invisible fingers. "Bring us back." Lily covered her mouth. Bring you back where? You're already here." More writing formed beneath it. "Finish the ride." The bus sped up. The abandoned school loomed closer. Broken glass glimmered in the headlights. Noah pulled the emergency exit again, his hands shaking. The handle finally moved, just a little. "It's loosening," he yelled. "Help me!" Ethan and Lily rushed to him, pushing and pulling together. The bus bounced over broken pavement, jerking them around. The wall of the school got closer and closer. 20 feet. 10 feet. 5. Crack. The emergency door burst open, cold air rushing inside the bus like a wave. "Jump!" Ethan shouted. They didn't think. They didn't plan. They just jumped. The 3 of them tumbled onto the ground, rolling hard until the gravel scraped their arms. Noah groaned. Lily clutched her ankle. Ethan gasped for air. Behind them, the bus did not stop. It drove straight into the burned wall. But it didn't crash. It passed through it. Like the wall wasn't real. Like the building had swallowed it whole. Then the school went quiet again. Lily whispered, Did we just see a bus drive into a wall?" Ethan nodded slowly. "I think it took them back." Noah sat up, breathing fast. "Back where?" Ethan didn't answer. Because something outside the school answered for him. The ground shook, just once. Then the burned doors of the school slowly swung open. And the empty school bus rolled back out. Its headlights were brighter. Its windows darker. Its route sign now glowing with fresh, clean letters. Final trip. And the bus began rolling toward them. Fast.